served with such bravery and courage, just like my father did in the Second World War, especially when they return home and they're in need of a job, they're in need of a home, they're in need of the health care that we promised them and a good education, and they want a healthy future with their families. I do, and I have, and I will. When our state's veterans came to me, and they told me they had no place to go to have their health care needs met, I took it upon myself to make sure that we can provide our veterans with the best possible health care that this country can offer our brave men and women. And I got the land that the VA hospital is built on. And the VA hospital and long-term care facility and outpatient clinic are going to be ready and open for business this August. That was my pledge to my veterans. Not only did it create hundreds of good construction jobs, but 1,000 Nevadans will be going to work at those 3 buildings. Nurses' aides, technicians, and every other job that we need in order to take care of our veterans the way we're supposed to. And the best part is that 200,000 veterans in Southern Nevada and throughout the state of Nevada will have the best quality care that they can get, and they don't have to leave the state of Nevada today. Side with Nevada seniors and fight to save Medicare and Social Security, 2 programs that have done so much to eliminate poverty and create a secure middle class in our country. I do, and I have, and I will. Where would our seniors and their families be today if we did not have a steady income provided by Social Security during this recession? What if their retirement income had been wiped out in the stock market after 9/11 or after 2008 when our economy crashed? I stood firm against Social Security privatization schemes, refusing to cut guaranteed benefits and put our seniors' retirements at risk. What shape would our middle-class families be in today if we had to cover the costs of our parents' medical care because Medicare was no longer there to ensure affordable Medicare and health care for our senior citizens? Think what would have happened to all of them. I refuse to let politicians cut Medicare and make seniors sacrifice their health and their pocketbook so billionaires and oil company executives could make more record profits and special interest tax cuts. These are my priorities. Diversifying our economy to create the clean energy jobs that will grow the middle class. Providing the medical care, education, and employment our veterans were promised when they went to war. And protecting the economic security and health of our seniors and our families by protecting Social Security and Medicare. These are the priorities of the middle class and the goals of every family like mine who came to Nevada in search of a better life. These are the people I side with. These are the people I work for. These are the people I fight for every day. And these are the people I will represent in the United States Senate. And who is my opponent, Dean Heller, siding with? He supports tax breaks for companies that ship American jobs overseas. That's good for huge multinational corporations, very bad for Nevada's middle class. He supports privatizing Social Security, which would cut guaranteed benefits and put our retirees at risk. That's good for Wall Street. It's not so good for Nevada's middle class seniors. He supports the very people that have put this nation in economic crisis by their reckless behavior. And what he would rather do is reward them by giving them our seniors' retirement money to invest. I don't want them investing our seniors' money. They did enough damage and took enough jobs and enough people's homes away that they shouldn't be entitled to get one single thing from this. I will not allow it, not on my watch. He supports slashing investments in clean energy jobs, while protecting billions of dollars of taxpayer giveaways to oil companies. That's good for the oil companies. It's not so good for middle-income Nevadans. But perhaps the most telling of all about Dean Heller's true priorities is that he voted not once, but twice to kill Medicare by turning seniors' health care over to private insurance companies, and it'll cost our seniors an additional $6,000 a year to get the care they're already getting under Medicare. And I want to explain this because it's very important that you know this is not election year rhetoric. This is not an issue that we talk about now and blithely forget in November. The Congressional Budget Office estimated that if the Ryan plan that killed Medicare was passed, that every senior in this country would have to pay an additional $6,000 a year for the health care they're already getting. What is so bad about that, you might ask? I'm going to tell you. A third of the seniors that I currently represent, and I suspect that mirrors the seniors across this state, have no other income but their Social Security check. The average check in this country is $1,147 a month. $1,147 a month. From that check, they have no family money, they have no pensions, they have no 401k. From that check, they pay their rent, they pay their power bill, they pay for food, and they pay for their prescription medication. And if it's a little chilly like it is today, they might want to buy a sweater, it comes from that check. If it's the holidays, Christmas or Hanukkah, and they want to buy their grandchildren a little gift, comes from that check. Where will these seniors get an additional $6,000 a year in order to pay for the health care that they're already getting under Medicare? Dean Heller doesn't want to reform Medicare, he wants to kill Medicare, and he says he's proud. How do you get proud? Killing the Medicare program that millions of American seniors depend on to get their health care needs met. If you don't believe me, just look at the Wall Street Journal. Wall Street Journal said that the plan that Heller supported would, quote, end Medicare, end of quote. How do you say you're proud to do that? It's great for insurance companies. It's not great for middle-class seniors and their families. In the end, that's what this race is going to be all about. It's a matter of who you're fighting for. I'm fighting for Nevada's middle-income families who have the same priorities, the same ambitions, the same dreams that my family had when we came west. Dean Heller is supporting big corporations and their special interests, the powerful and the wealthy, Wall Street and big oil, and that's not something to be proud of. We have a lot of work to do in order to get our economy back on track. We need to roll up our sleeves, get to work. But the only way we're going to be able to do that is for our representatives in Washington to get straight who they are working for. The middle class or big corporate special interests. I learned a long time ago that if you don't have a seat at the table, you're probably on the menu. Nevada's working families are tired of being on the menu. We want a seat at the table, and that's why I'm running for the United States Senate. My mother, may she rest in peace, and you know if she was with us, she'd be sitting right in the front. My mother used to say to my sister and I, "Don't tell me what you want to be. Tell me what you want to do." I want to be your next United States Senator because I want to do good for the people of the state of Nevada. That's why I'm running for the Senate. I need you to join with me. I need you to fight with me and work with me. And come to November, let's make history together.